All right, Locals Wool Tracker, Sunday the 23rd. The sun is starting to come out today. We have trade winds, moderate to pockets of breezy. Do a little hind casting as the weather is going to be going back and forth, as well as the waves, but overall the trend is down, but it sure wasn't last week. This guy spinning off here with a long fetch, it's kind of centered just off Kamchatka here, is the culprit for that 12-foot plus swell that we saw. And boy, did that fetch, it got pretty close to us on our side of the date line clearly, and it was a massive fetch, as you can see here, and it pumped 10 to 12 plus up on the North Shore, and Makaha saw some 10-footers as well. Great reports of some big wave riding, and we got our support through the cycle of this storm. Energy veered more north, and that's what it is today. 4 feet mostly up on the North Shore. There were some 5-footers early Sunday. This is the guy that's probably going to be the biggest one we see for the rest of spring and summer. And then we have the next system spinning up here. It's a broader, though weaker storm, but it'll also have more west in it. Guy hopefully reaching us Monday for some 3-footers. It'll be a short period, 12-second. Then it kind of tracks up here and starts spinning up by the western Aleutians. Spin cycle could pump us up to some 4 feet solid on Wednesday from the northwest, and from this segment up here, 12 seconds, 4 feet, of deep water swell, probably end up being 7 feet, in the phase, or 4 feet here and there. We'll wait and see, and then take a look. Not much really going on after that. This guy right here, number 1 for the rest of the season. This guy, number 2 and number 3 for the upcoming week, and then we go rather quiet. Okay, let me get into the swell heights. We were looking at winds at the surface before, and now this is current. This will actually be the look for Monday the 24th, and high pressure off to our northeast, about 1,000 miles, just a 1024 millibar high, but that is keeping our trades around, varying from light to moderate with pockets of fresh, and we have some trophiness to our northwest, and again that's the culprit for these short period pulses from west northwest to northwest. One from Monday, Tuesday-ish. It could come as late Monday, and for sure be here by Tuesday, and then Wednesday is a little bit more promising. But take a look; it's pretty quiet overall as we head into deeper into spring and of course summer. It's not that far away. This is a strange low pressure off of here that's formed by Thursday will be bringing us just background short period swell. Nothing to write home about. We'll have to wait and see if we really see anything from that, but the best possible hope would be 4 feet on May 4th. And then again, we have another little guy popping out. Not much for the North Pack, so let's go to the South Pack. Let's go down under. Going back here Sunday the 16th, boy, we've had a lot of swell. Well, it takes about 6-7 days for these swells to get up there since they're about 4,000 miles away. So again, down under, we got the highs going counterclockwise, opposite of what they do for the North Pack, and the low pressure is going clockwise. And you can see this fetch over here that has been tracking east. That's the guy that brought us up last Thursday, Friday for town. Solid 3 feet. We have a lot of energy and a lot more to come. You can see this guy way down here. It'll be adding to some southeast to our stuff up here, but this fetch coming out right, a soft one coming right up the east coast. The fetch, the surface winds looking gales. This will be the first swell that we get, and it's just going to be starting off looking about 14 seconds, maybe getting up to 2 feet, 14 seconds, enough for 3 feet for that guy. But the more powerful swell is this next one I'll show you. You can see those deeper reds with some storm force gales in there, some pockets at least, and that's about 45 to 55 knots. This guy, even though he's tracking pretty zonally or east northeast, there's a segment of it that gets a little bit of that northeast tilt that we like, and look how far up it goes, about 4,000 miles away. And this is going to be the guy that'll be coming 18-second forerunners Friday. South-southwest swell should be peaking sometime Friday, Saturday, and this one probably will see some 4-footers out of it at the top moments, top spots. And that's a beautiful fetch. It should last quite a while as well. And boy, is Tahiti going to be going off. And again, you can continue to see that fetch down there, or those surface winds are really going to town, and we just need them to point a little bit more our way. So what we were just looking at, surface winds, back to the swell heights. This is what those surface winds create. Sea heights and they're looking pretty good. 20, 25 feet. And again, ramping big time under New Zealand. Take a look at that. Not the best of directions, as I was pointing out, but enough to get up our way. This one you see Friday the 28th could boost us up Friday the 5th. It's not a great track, and most of its energy off to the Americas. We also see a little bit of a Tasman Sea starting to shape up here towards the end of April, and that'll be really good for Fiji. And we'll probably see some 2.5 or shoulder high waves out of that from the southwest. Take a look at that system. And that's tracking towards Chile, and that's, if that was off of our northwest coast, that would be a 30-foot swell. All righty, the jet, take a look. Boy, elongated all the way off to the west coast from Japan. It gets going again here late in the forecast period. We'll see if we get lucky, but right now the jet, it's weakening up a little bit, and these low pressures spawned within it. There's just not a whole lot of them. It does some pretty weird dipping here. You'd think, wow, that's going to send us great waves. Actually, that's sending us a cold front and a lot of weather coming up this week. This feature that you're seeing right here, again, there is a near front, and I'll get into the weather soon. But it looks like we'd have much bigger waves, but what you're seeing here is not going to produce. Down under it is. It looks like the energy is even weaker down here, but there's a lot more storm formation down the South Pac, indicating that we're heading into their austral winter. The hand-drawn surface chart showing the high kind of moving off to the east here. There's the ridge of high pressure to our northwest. There is some troughing off to the west of Kauai. I'll show you that in a second. That's the low pressure that'll be pulsing us those short period swells for this Monday or Tuesday, and for sure Wednesday, Thursday. There's this front that's coming up. It's going to bring some weather here towards the end of the week. At any rate, we'll have some moderate to locally breezy trade wind pockets for the region, at least into the middle of the week. And again, there's an upper level trough west of Kauai, and that forecast that it's going to move east, getting closer to us. It's going to bring some colder temps over the smaller islands, and well, we'll see what happens. Showers are definitely going to be a little bit more numerous here. We'll just have to keep monitoring it. You just watch the weather, but unsettled weather for sure towards the week's end. You can see the troughiness off of here, the high wisps of cirrus created by that area of troughiness. Down at the surface, you can see an east flow to the winds. Actually, we'll have some east to east-southeast winds coming up this week, thanks to this weather pattern change coming, which is good news for the North Shore. At least we'll have something to ride. In the upper regions, you can see it makes it a little easier to see that area of troughiness kind of pulling the high cirrus up over the islands. They're more readily viewable as the clouds have cleared, the regular clouds, as these cirrus have kind of cleared for Kauai and Oahu. The surface level clouds are a little bit easier to see by the National Weather Service. Here's another look at it as we drill down. Tell you highs are going to be about 84, 85, lows in the upper 60s, and getting chillier, 67-ish towards midweek, end of week. A little drilling down. This is looking actually much clearer than we saw earlier. You can see there's definitely pockets of showers off of Kauai due to that area of troughiness. This is just the instruments. This is not rain off of the southeast coast of the Big Island. Those are just the instruments. I don't know why they do that. And here we go, showing you the overall winds. There's this big low showing you earlier in the different models, but showing you that at least we're going to have some swell. And there's that high pressure going clockwise over here, and the trade wind swells should be increasing Wednesday, Thursday from the upstream fetch. And we'll finish up down under. I just wanted to show you all those reds. That's a lot of wind, and that means a lot of south-southwest swell potential for us. And that's your local swell tracker. Thanks for being here. Catch you back next weekend. Aloha for now.